There has been a lot of questions about what the biggest differences and similarities are between living in South Florida versus living in Anchorage, Alaska. So the perspective from somebody who lived in both the subtropics and the subarctic. And let me tell you, there's more similarities than there are differences. At least that's what this episode's gonna concentrate on. And the last one, you're not gonna believe. First on the list is peninsulas. Believe it or not, South Florida, definitely peninsula. Means almost an island surrounded by 3 bodies of water on 3 sides. A lot of people think technically Alaska is not a peninsula. However, technically, Alaska is a peninsula. A little message from our fact checkers. Alaska is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean, the Bering Sea, and the Chukchi Sea, as well as the Beaufort Sea. Beaufort! Next up is the Bermuda Triangle and the Alaska Triangle. Believe it or not, in the Bermuda Triangle, a lot of people have vanished. Ships, planes, trains, automobiles, all have vanished. I don't think any trains have disappeared from either the Bermuda Triangle or the Alaska Triangle. However, the lesser known Alaska Triangle has had a lot more people, things, and aliens have abducted people. Like, it's really bad. In the Alaska Triangle, they've had more than 16,000 people disappear, including airplane passengers and hikers, locals, and tourists. When you think of beaches and coastlines, you definitely think of Florida. And it has the most beaches and coastlines of all the United States, except coming in at number 1 is Alaska. When you think of snow, you definitely think of Alaska. But also, you'd be surprised to find out that once a year, it actually snows in Florida, with temperatures sometimes reaching -2 degrees. When you think of Florida, you might not think of bears, but they're there. We've got bears in Florida. Guess what? Alaska also has bears. Polar bears, black bears, brown bears, belugas, not bears, but they look like ocean bears, kind of, in a cuddly sort of way. And oh, there's the glacier bear, if you didn't know about that one, because I didn't. Apparently they like to hang out in the glaciers. So don't think you're safe from bears just because you're on a glacier, because there's the glacier bear. The name glacier bear is a reference to their size, their elusiveness, and the ability to visually blend in to snowscapes. So it doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to find one on a glacier. I would make sure to take precautions. There's also the industry of fishing, very important to both Florida and Alaska. Saltwater recreational fishing in Florida generates an estimated $16.7 billion. Seafood contributed an annual average of over $5.7 billion to Alaska's annual revenue. In Florida, there's a lot of tourists. In Alaska, there's over 1 million people visiting each year. Oh, and by the way, there's less than 1 million people that even live here. So over the population of all of Alaska is what visits here every year. Okay, I'm cold. So that wraps up, my mouth is frozen now. So that wraps up our list of striking similarities between the subtropical region of South Florida and the subarctic region of Alaska. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button, share it with a friend, come visit Alaska, and remember, it's always a great day in the AK.